Hi, I'm Lana with Lana's Music Studio, and welcome to my series of tips for how to practice. It applies not only to piano, it applies to many other instruments. And today we'll talk about tip number 7. It is counting. So raise your hand, people who really love to count. Nobody? How come? Nobody likes to count, but we have to. Because if you don't count, your music will not sound correct, and music exists in time, so counting is essential. Some people say that, hey, I have so hard times to count, can I use a metronome? Not really, metronome will not help you on that. Because metronome is a wonderful tool, but it's for different situation. Metronome's gonna tell you, it's not gonna tell you if it's a quarter or 8 or it's a half note and how long to hold them. Nope, it just counts the beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep going. So metronome is very useful for people who are probably more on intermediate or advanced level. When you have a long big piece made out of several blocks, several sections, where one section goes fast and another section all of a sudden you're slowing down and you go fast again. So you need to put everything in the same flow. That's the metronome is for. It really will help you a lot to kind of get into the same flow. It also helps to people who really have a problem with speeding up. Let's say they start on one tempo and then go faster and faster and they cannot stop, they keep going faster, and you cannot keep the speed like this, but they still going faster. So metronome really keeps them in the same flow again. You still need to apply your brain to understand what's going on in timing. You still need to count, and preferably count out loud, or tap your toes, or say the counts. Counting in your mind is not really gonna help on the first stages of learning any kind of instrument, because counting out in your mind, in your brain, it works only with musicians with a certain experience. It will work. But if you are a beginner or intermediate student, I would suggest you to say out the counts loud, and the earlier you will start doing this, the better. Take a slow speed and say it counts out loud. It will prevent you from learning it wrong and doing double work. A lot of times I hear this, like, oh, okay, I'll learn the notes first and then I will bother about the counting. Just do the notes first and then rhythm after. No, it will not work, because you'll do double work. Do you like to do double work? I don't. So count out loud right away. Once you figure out how it flows with counting out loud, you don't have to count again. But in the beginning, to avoid any kind of problems with learning that is wrong, count out loud, or tap your toes if it helps you, if you can coordinate that. I prefer to tap my toes, and it helps me in really hard rhythms. I just know that one tap is one beat, and how many notes I need to do per beat, that's how I count that. But anyways, counting out loud, please avoid your mistakes, please avoid double work, take it slow, do this necessarily job to count, and avoid all the problems in the future. So my tip number 7 is count. If you like my videos, please subscribe for my channel and visit my website, which is lana-piano.com. And if you want to have any help in your learning music, we can set up the private lesson. So contact me through my website and I will be happy to help you online. And thank you for visiting. See you next time.